Okay, I see Chelsea's in the building. I see Jamie's in the building. Welcome, welcome. Corey, all right. Tiffany's in the building. And Trayvon, hey, welcome, welcome. All right, we've got a nice house here today. So without further ado, here, let's go ahead and get started. Just to respect your time, I do know it's 9 o'clock for some of us. For some of us, it's just 6 o'clock, in the Pacific time zone. So I do want to go ahead and honor your time. I'm thankful that you chose to be here. My name is Jerry Goins, okay? And I'm a national consultant here with this company, which just means that I've been here and implementing and effective at impacting a lot of lives. And I think that the main focus that I had when I got started is if this could work for me, just a country boy from North Carolina, then I knew that it could work for anybody else. This is the same company that before I got started, I was living in a rundown apartment. Okay, you could hear people sleeping in the room beside you. You can hear them snoring. I know if anybody's lived in one of those apartments where you just tired of your neighbors, it just gave you a whole new hatred for people for living in apartments. Just put me down in the comment section, and if you're still in that situation, it's all right. Put me down in the comment section. It's totally fine. All right. But the thing is that my rent kept increasing, but my pay did not. And I got to a situation where it was crunch time. Like I really had to make a decision. And I found this company. They said, look, you can improve your credit and make some money on the side. I said, hey, I need both. I got enrolled December. By May, we had the keys to our first house. Me and my now wife, business partner, been able to travel to numerous different cities together, including Miami, New York, Philly, Detroit. We went out of country this summer. This company paid for a cruise for some of the top producers to go to Mexico. All right, so that was amazing. We went down to Cancun on the Utopia of the Seas, fully paid for. All we had to do was get there to the port, and that was an amazing time. It was my first time in Mexico, but the food is, oh my God, so amazing. You think that I'm not even gonna go there because I'm gonna get hungry. I already ate dinner. So I know Jamie's like, okay, I'm about to go get seconds. It's okay. No, we're not gonna talk about the food. It was amazing. But anyway, I just want to open this up and just say, hey, look. This thing is taking me a lot of places. First time on a plane, first time meeting a millionaire, first time being in, like I said, on a cruise, first time being in some of these conference rooms and these establishments where I wasn't supposed to be. But somebody invited me to a call just like this about 10 years ago, and now we have over six figure six figures in equity. We've raised over $250,000 in sales. We've done a lot of things just thanks to the strength of this amazing company. So hats off to you just for getting on here because you're going to learn some information how I did it, how you can do it, how the people that are on this call. Wani, thanks for being on here. Okay. Big smile, Wani, you know what I'm saying? There it go. There it go. It's coming. There, bam, there it is. She couldn't hold it. I knew she couldn't hold it. All right. So basically all I want to say is I want to thank God for providing this opportunity. I just want to go ahead and get started now that we have some more people in the house. So first things first, we got to understand where we are. It's a major problem where we're facing. 1 in 3 consumers have a score that's lower than a 669. You can't qualify with much with a fair score. Try it. You'll see everybody saying no. You can't get the car loan. You can't get the refi. You can't get the mortgage. All right. They're saying no. It's not because they don't like you. It's just because these numbers don't match up with their algorithms. And we'll touch more into AI and things like that in just a second. But what's even more severe is that in the underserved communities, the credit score is even worse. It's 45 points less. So that means that people already can't get access to things, but in underserved communities is even more prevalent of a problem. Here's another problem that we're seeing. 50% of businesses are failing within their first 5 years due mainly to the lack of access to capital. It's not the location, it's not the products, not the people. It's just the money runs out before they figure it out. If you're a business owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Here's another one. 2.5 million people seek debt counseling each year to avoid bankruptcy. That's a lot of people. And they think that bankruptcy is the only way when we actually have solutions that don't last on your credit report for 7 years. You don't have to serve that full sentence, right? But here's the most startling fact. And I found myself in this situation. 39% of Americans, only 39% of Americans, have enough cash to pay for a $1,000 emergency without having to borrow money. A $1,000 emergency. Think about that. Most people are just one paycheck away from losing their home. Most people are just one expense away from losing everything, their entire way of life. And I know you've been there. You've had to make some phone calls. Look, if I don't get this money, mm, we're going to be out of house. We're going to be out of car, right? Everybody's been there before. But that's the reality. And some people don't recover from that. Some people are still trying to recover from that. And we don't talk about it enough because there's so much stigma behind falling behind financially. But it doesn't have to be stigma. There's actually solutions, and that's why we're here to kind of give you a little bit about what we found that was our ram in the bush, our saving grace, because millions of people struggle financially but don't have to. Here's a solution that we found. It's Novae. Novae just means new beginnings, okay? And we are the credit and money company, so we're focusing on all things that are credit and money. It's a fintech company. That means financial solutions, financial technology. All right. And we use that to provide greater access to credit, capital, and entrepreneurship to underserved communities nationwide. We figure all the other communities already have it. So let's focus on the underserved communities. Okay, that's the communities where they're not getting attention. Okay, communities like mine, communities like yours, are not getting the financial attention. So we got to do something about it ourselves. All right, that's what this company stands for. So I'm talking about credit building, debt help, access to capital and entrepreneurship. And no, this is not one of these fly-by-night companies that's being ran in a basement somewhere. Okay, we're partnered with the DSA. That means we're definitely not a scam. We are A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Again, definitely highly reputable. Georgia Chamber, Atlantic Black Chamber, and the National Small Business Association. These guys meet on Wall Street every year. Okay, so this is really high stakes that we're talking about. And it's all led by one Mr. Rico McCambry, MBA. This is the millionaire that I told you I met, right? Those 10 years ago. Amazing guy, amazing gentleman. This is the kind of guy who is you can find him on Black Enterprise, you can find him on Forbes magazine. He actually writes for Forbes. He's written three best-selling books, 4.0 GPA, and one of the nation's top MBA programs. That means he's smart too, right? Well, if you went to college, you know that it's not the smart people that finish, but it's the dedicated people. It's those that say yes to finishing a goal, right? But not only that, y'all, he was selected to one of the to the number one business honor societies in the world. All right. So just imagine the kind of shoulders that he gets to rub when he's in some of these meetings and some of these places, right? So this you're getting insight directly from someone who's plugged in. That's what I really want you to understand is this gentleman is plugged in and he's giving all his sauce, he's pouring all of his ambition, he's pouring all of his legacy into one company that you get to share into as well. All right. So as you can see, it just keeps going on and on. National Small Business Association Leadership Council member. He's honored with his own day in his hometown. How many people would like to go back home where they're celebrating you for all of your achievements with your own day, right? So I just want to let you know that this gentleman definitely has a lot of integrity, a lot of respect from me. But one of his crowning achievements here is Novae has made Inc. magazine's list of 5,000 fastest growing companies in America 5 times in a row. Come on, man. You could listen, you had to have revenue of at least 1 million to 2 million to even get on the list. And then you have to be growing that year over year to be able to stay on this list. So 2021, we got on it first. And if you think about it, 2021, what happened during 2021? The pandemic, right? So during a recession, we were able to become one of the fastest growing companies. So what does that tell you with the way the nation is headed? With the way that they're talking about in the news and the job loss, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. What does that tell you? It tells you that this right here is a rock that you can build your finances on because it can weather the storm of a recession. All right, so let's get into the solutions that we're talking about. Solution number one, credit help. My Novae Disputes Manager. This is our number one selling product right here. This is amazing. The disputes are self-generated with AI technology. We got AI that flies planes, that drives cars, that mows the yard for you, that plays chess, right? I saw a robot loading the dishwasher today. Like, was like, how much I gotta hire them because my kids still don't know how to load a dishwasher. Anyway, we now have AI that will help you to dispute the negative items on your credit report. You mail your own letters and you save money. But we've even made an enhancement now where you click a button and you can pay a company to send the letters for you. So you don't even have to mail them anymore. But the price is really, really good here. Less than $200 to get started, less than $100 a month to keep access to the software. Now, think about this. If you let $200 keep you away from home ownership, from business funding, from getting the job, because all the six-figure jobs, guess what? They're locked behind a credit score. If you ever been turned away from that job application and they told you that your credit couldn't get it, that's a new day. You need credit now to get money, like to work for money. That's a whole nother form of indoctrination right now. Because now we're being told that we have to do something that just doesn't make sense. Why does it matter if I paid my bills? If I'm going to work for you and you're going to pay me what I'm due. This is a new day, but if you're going to let $200 keep you in between that, that's something now that's an internal conflict that we're going to have to probably look at. Why are you letting $200 keep you from hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity and building that up in your house? It doesn't make sense, right? So some people don't have time to mail their own letters or generate their own disputes. We have a company that'll do it for you. Credit Lights, licensed, exclusive referral partner out of Florida, fully licensed and bonded. All right. They will generate the disputes for you and mail them for you as well. And guess what? We have a 3 month risk free guarantee. So if you don't see any results in the first 3 months and you're just like, I don't want to wait out for the full 6 months, I recommend 6 months. I don't want to wait it out. You can get your money back. What credit company is doing that, right? So basically, what we're saying is we want to make sure that you get what you pay for. A lot of these credit companies, they just want to hose you, make you pay these super high fees, and they don't even do any of the work. They don't even mail the first dispute letter. But what we're saying is we're going to fight tooth and nail at least those first 3 months to make sure that we're doing everything that we can for you and prove to you and earn your business. And if not, hey, you get your money back. That's called risk-free credit help, y'all. It's only $239 and $99 a month. Just a little bit more because we're doing the work for you. But that's it. But see, it doesn't stop there because we realize that personal credit is only half of the journey. A lot of people they get on these calls because they want to make business moves. Okay, if you're a boss, I want you to put boss in the comment section. If you're somebody that owns a business already, an entrepreneur, put boss down in the comment section. All right. Because guess what? We have tapped into business credit. We've partnered up with the #1 business credit provider and suite of services in the country. I'm talking about the people who are making the business credit videos before people even knew what business credit was. All right. We're able to meet the CEO of this amazing company as well. Really remarkable gentleman who really has a true heart for service. And basically, what we do is we have a suite now where when you enroll, we're able to show you how to separate your business from your personal credit. You get certified business credit advisors. You get 1 full year of the Novae Disputes Manager, and we show you how to structure your business for maximum funding. And we also guarantee at least $50,000 in funding for your business, or we keep working for you until you get that. All for $24.95 one time. And guess what? We already seen that 39% only 39% of people got it, right? So guess what? We have financing options available too, where you just pay a small monthly fee and then it gets unlocked there for you. But all three of these solutions include credit monitoring, utilization manager, identity theft protection. Listen, if you don't have identity theft protection in today's world, this digital economy that we have, you are really leaving yourself vulnerable for cyber attacks, which is the fastest growing crime in America. Still, identity theft, it's still the fastest growing crime in America. All right. You're going to get $1 million in fraud insurance included in any one of these packages, which I love, love, love. All right. So moving on is debt help. If you know anybody that has overwhelming personal or business debt, we're able to help them both. All you need is at least $10,000 in unsecured debt. That means credit card debt, payday loans, that kind of debt that's not backed by any kind of asset or a car or a house or anything like that, we can help you with the solution. Remember, 2.5 million people are seeking debt counseling to avoid bankruptcy. But you don't have to go through any of that because we have negotiators that will lock in like pit bulls. Okay, they lock in and they tear your debt in half. All right, that's the goal, is to tear it in half. And now you not only have to pay half of what you owe, but instead of this compounding debt, they stretch it out into like a 5 year uh loan. That way you don't have to pay these crazy fees and interest and fees. If you actually, I did a video, y'all. Okay, I did a video that shows what it is like to pay the minimum balance on a $10,000 credit card. It takes 30 years to pay that bad boy off. 30 years. Instead of 30 years, we reduce that down into just 2 or 3 years. Come on. Listen, we are really changing the game. All right. And that's how you're able to now get the house, because you don't have all these super high limits reporting. All right. And taking you 30 years to pay that off. Now you can get that house a lot sooner. I'm talking about by this time next year, your personal credit score and your credit profile, which is even more important than your score, looks totally different. But also businesses, they get into debt trouble as well. We have help for you. All right. So you can finally achieve peace of mind and sleep at night, knowing that you're on the road to becoming debt free. All right. Somebody need to clap it up for that, because I know that's a solution for somebody right now that's on the line. For sure. Solution number three, access to capital. Show me the money, man. Okay, we do. We have access to personal loans. When people ask me, "Oh, Jerry, let me borrow like $50 till payday." Does Jerry send them the cash app? Jerry don't send them cash app. What does Jerry send them? His personal loans page. Like I say, here, player, go ahead and apply right here and see what the banks will give you. Because if the banks ain't gonna give you no money, what makes you think I'm gonna give you some money? They got millions to give away. Okay, Jerry ain't got millions to give away. All right. So if they ain't giving it to you, I don't know what to tell you. But guess what? You get to become a walking, talking lending tree. People can come to you and get loans. They can also come in to you and get business funding. All right, startup business loans, SBA loans, commercial investor real estate loans, up to $100 million available. We have people getting funded every week with high limits. You see them right here: 104,000, 304,000, 123,000, 119,000. We also have financing available and government grants as well. So listen, you become the plug for money. Remember, the credit and money company. We're called the credit and money company for a reason, right? Solution number four is entrepreneurship. Because listen, we could do we can work for somebody for our entire lives, right? But at the end of the day, God has put a vision inside of each and every one of us to serve, right? And to carry on our legacy. Okay, the Bible says that the honorable man leaves an inheritance for his kids, not for his kids, not for his children, but for his children's children. Okay, that's where the honor is. We're not worried about the next generation. And I promise you, if you shoot for taking care of the generation after that, you're going to take care of your children as well. There's going to be enough left over from the overflow to also bless your children. But what we got to do is shoot for that even next generation. And how do we do that with a job, y'all? We can't. You can't do that with a job. I'm sorry. Okay. You're going to have to make some investments. You got to make some moves and do what God is truly putting on your heart to be an entrepreneur and build dominion. How are you going to have dominion and you're working for somebody? Okay. You should have a 9 to 5. That's great. But from 5 to 9, you should be working on you. You should be working on your own business. I don't care if that's sugar scrubs, if it's candles. I don't care if you're making uh, pastries, right? Whatever the thing is that you're supposed to be serving, you got to do that thing. And we're going to support you. We're going to help you establish that business no matter what it is. Free business registrations. You get back to the person that got you one. We're going to help you set up your LLC. All you do is pay the state filing fees. We have business coaching, operating agreement, set that up. You get one free year of domain. If you don't have a website, definitely definitely need a website when you have a business. And we're going to support you as well. Tax preparation, bookkeeping, websites, inspirational media, entrepreneur apparel. We even have access to HYSAs. A HISA. What is that, Jerry? A HISA. Listen, that is a high yield savings account. All right. That means that it's earning more interest than the traditional bank. The traditional bank pays less than 1% interest. These high yield savings accounts pay 2 to 4, sometimes 5% interest. All right. And we're going to show you how by helping people set up high yield savings accounts, you can earn several $100s just by doing just that alone. All right. But will and trust estate plans, life insurance, because guess what? Too many people don't have that conversation about life insurance. But now that you're a voice of reason in your community, you can just say, hey, go to my website. You can get started with a life insurance plan for just $20, and we can start establishing what we need in our communities to really start building a legacy. And guess what? If you just don't have a business idea, you can come join us. If you like to help people, if you like to be coachable, if you like to meet new people, go new places, if you like cruises, if you like flying, if you like being in a place to be. We just got back from a yacht party, all white yacht party in Miami. That was an amazing time. That was 2 weeks ago. I told y'all what we did this summer, but listen, 2 weeks ago was still a place to be. All right, the lovely ladies here on the line. Matter of fact, they were there too. They were in the place. I'm not just saying making this up. Okay. But this is where you want to be. You want to be able to celebrate your accomplishments with people around you that are all motivational, right? You don't want to celebrate with people that are just looking for a fight, looking for violence, and looking what can they take from. No, you want to be in a room with 6 and 7 figure earners, and we're all talking about how we can level up and how we can take this thing to the next level, right? Because now that forces you to elevate your mindset. It's said that you're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. And I do believe that. I heard somebody try to shoot that down and say, nah, you're not the 5 people, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, who is your support community? When you hear voices in your head that say you can't do this, and you have someone around you that says, yes, you can because I did it, right? That helps elevate you and helps keep you going. And that's how you truly become successful without hitting your head a bunch of times on the ceiling. Somebody's going to say, hey, duck. You're like, oh, thank you. All right. So listen, you ain't got to take my word for it. Yeah, you're probably already Googling it right now. What is Novae? What the heck is Novae? You can Google Novae Money Reviews. You can see what people are saying about it. We have a Facebook page. We have the Better Business Bureau link. You just go to novaereviews.com and you can see everything that's happening there. All right. So I just want to tap into a few testimonials. Matrice Vaughn, Illinois, Chicago, single mom of 5, earned President's Club recognition, residual income, a car allowance, the time freedom to spend invaluable moments with her mom in her final moments. It's truly been a blessing. That's what Matrice says. Mr. Wilfred Osario out of Virginia, sales director, he says, I have more than 32 years of experience ownership of a insurance agency, and I looked at Novae and saw how I could help my clients with additional financial services that Novae offers. So this gentleman is already a business owner. He said, look, there's more services that I don't have to fulfill on the back end. I can just let Novae do it. And now I can expand what I'm offering, expand my reach, expand my income. You see what I'm saying? Mr. Earl Fambro, he's got a story like mine. It says, we became affiliates and 6 months later became homeowners. How many people want to become homeowners? This is an opportunity that can really do that for you. It can put you in the mindset and line you up, get your credit right, get your income together, get your mindset together for home ownership. Because a lot of people just feel like they don't deserve it, right? They don't deserve a home. They're going to be planted there. They can't move. They can't, all the things that play in your head that give you a reason not to buy a house. But how about the reason to buy a house is that you're not throwing away money, paying somebody else's children way through college? Because as soon as you take that money, give it over to the landlord, he's going to take a little part of it and pay the mortgage with it, and he's going to keep the other part of it. Now, if he's got 5 or 6 properties that are doing that, all you're doing is paying his mortgage for him, and he's taking the profit and putting his kids through college or her kids through college or saving and investing and getting wealthy. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is, when are you going to stop being an apprentice and actually being get in the game and being an investor yourself? See, we get stuck in being an apprentice. We get stuck in being an intern at somebody else's business, renting someone else's job, right? That's renting when you're at a job. You're just renting that space. You're learning a craft. See, back in the day, we were learning trades. You'd be a blacksmith, you go intern with a blacksmith until it was time for you to go and do that thing. See, now we're renting. It's time for you to rent until you're finally ready to go and buy your own and start your own. But no one kicks us out the nest, right? No one forces us to level up our mindset. And I think it's really because of the people that we hang around. But I just really want to make that clear. It clicked for me. I was like, wait, if I keep renting out this apartment, I'll never be able to build equity. After 7 years, the average person has $100,000 in equity that they can use and go buy another house and rent that house out and go buy another house and rent that house out. Now, after just 20 years of you renting, instead of that, you can have 3 houses in your name. You're gonna live them 20 years anyway. You might as well get 3 houses out of it. I'm just saying. Okay, all right. I'm gonna move on, y'all. I'm gonna move on. I'm really passionate about that, man. But Dr. Keisha Palmer out of Georgia, regional sales director, as a six-figure international real estate agent, Novae helps me to provide resources to aspiring homeowners, closing more deals, and earn additional income. Listen, she's already a six-figure earner in real estate, and now she's a six-figure earner in Novae too. What if she didn't have Novae and she just had that one six-figure job? That'd be pretty cool, right? But now she's able to do both. She combines both things together, helping people with the resources, with the credit building, helping other entrepreneurs as well build their businesses. She just had somebody get funded for some crazy amount, right? And now she's making 6 figures on the side. It doesn't even affect her real estate job. I promise, if you're a real estate professional, there's no reason why you shouldn't do this. It just blends too effortlessly together, you know. But anyway, Mr. Jamal Flono, listen, he worked at an airline and now he travels more than when he did when he worked at the airline. And Miss Simone Simmons, she says, before Novae, my business was destroying my credit. That's a mouthful right there. Before Novae, her business was destroying her credit. And now she has 2 credit profiles, greater access to capital, and greater stream of income by helping other entrepreneurs achieve the same success. See, sometimes it's not about what we can do for ourselves, it's about what we can do for other people. And that's what I really love about this company. So I'm going to tackle one thing really, really quickly, but it's the real threat. We talked about the reality, we talked about real people, real results, but now we got to talk about the real threat that's here among us. The AI shift is here. Millions of jobs are being eliminated. Listen, AI could wipe out half of all entry level white collar jobs and spike unemployment from 10 to 20% in the next 1 to 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. This is Dario Amodei. That's Anthropic. You might know it as Claude AI, the CEO. That's what he's saying. And they call themselves a safety company. So they're trying to develop AI in a safe way that doesn't just displace everybody. And this is what they're saying. Okay. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. The jobs most exposed to AI pay an average of $33 an hour, nearly $70,000 a year. Uh-oh. You thought you were safe because you had a high paying job. Well, those are the jobs that they're directly trying to replace because they're expensive. Now you understand that your high paying job is now a liability to the company that's paying that high paying salary. So they're trying to replace that. And you're not safe either. By 2030, about 30% of current US jobs could be fully automated, and 60% will have significant parts of the job change due to AI. National University basically means you can't escape it. It's going to affect you somehow, some way. But a question that you got to ask yourself is what happens when a paycheck stops? These people didn't think it would happen to them, from blue collar to white collar jobs being replaced, financial sector, housing, doesn't matter, clerical jobs. They have AI dentists now. Goodness gracious. They got AI singers now. Do you see the artist getting signed for $3 million? You know, wifey was just jamming out to an artist she found on Spotify. Come to find out, it was an AI artist, and she was crushed. She was like, "Ain't no way! I thought I was bonding here." It comes out to be just, come on now. So what all I'm saying is, it ain't safe. What happens when a paycheck stops? Now, the bigger question is, what if you didn't have to worry? What if you didn't have to worry for real, for real? This is where affiliate marketing comes in. Companies like Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, they pay millions of dollars in commissions every year, but they only pay a few cents per sale. Novae comes in, will pay you up to thousands of dollars per sale. My biggest month in this company was $10,000. Okay. Imagine what that would look like just for connecting a few people to a few products, doing it in the right way, helping people, and you're making money that way. If you know at least five people that can benefit from anything that I shared here with you, just put a five in the comment section. Just a number five, or wave your hand. Put a number five or wave your hand in the comment section, because that anybody that needs credit help, debt help, business funding, think about the things that I shared here with you. If you're a business owner, need an LLC, or know somebody that needs an LLC, anything credit and money, just put a five in the comment section, because listen, you could actually become an affiliate here with us. Chelsea says five all across the board. She's like, look, listen, everybody I know. Okay. So imagine being able to earn money by referring people to a website. We already do it anyway. You know, we refer people to the movies, a movie that we saw, a restaurant that we saw. That's right, Tiffany. That's right, Jamie. Okay. We refer people to things all of the time, especially in the social media and this digital economy. We're just sharing things. But what if I told you there was 10 ways to get paid just by spreading the word about financial stewardship and financial literacy? You can start off as an affiliate and you can become a consultant. Now, I didn't wake up one morning and say, you know what? I know what I want to be with my life. I know what I want to do. I want to help people with their credit, right? Nobody in kindergarten wakes up and says, I want to be a financial consultant. But what happens is we start to live this adult experience called adulting. And we're like, you know what? There's some things that wasn't taught to me. And as an entrepreneur, you know that where there's a void in the marketplace, where needs are not being addressed in the marketplace, there's money to be made there. All right. And that's where Novae steps in. Check this out. Five people, right? You need five credit people that need help with their credit. Maybe they're home shopping, right? You make $500 just by helping five people. That's 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. As many conversations as you can have where people are saying yes to credit. I just had a conversation about 2 hours ago with a gentleman. He is a real estate investor. He's got a few properties. All right. You would think, man, you're good. You're not hurting for nothing. But his credit isn't together. All right. So we were able to help give him a credit play, and he's like, man, I wish I would have known about this. I wouldn't have let my cards go to collection. But now that he's let his cards go to collections, we have a solution for him, because now we're going to dispute that. And we're going to force the credit companies to get that off his credit. Get off of me. All right. So that's what you got to understand. Now, once you have five customers, you're also what we call five and free. That means you have a free business as well. Okay. I'll show you what that looks like as well. So, doesn't stop there, because we also offer monthly residual commissions. Now, when I was in high school, I realized that life insurance agents get paid something called a residual. And that means every year when that policy renews, that life insurance agent gets another piece of commission. I was like, wait, that means that they don't have to keep working for that same amount of money. They can just do something right one time and keep getting paid for it. And so, fresh out of high school, fresh out of college, I wanted to be a life insurance agent. But then I realized that those commissions, listen, you got to work 5 to 10 years to really live off of that residual, because it's, it's not a lot. But the point is, you build a book of business, and life insurance is something that sticks around for a long time, right? But here's what I realized is that you can actually earn monthly residual income as well. So remember my Novae disputes? You're earning $100 upfront and you're earning $30 per month as long as they're a customer. I have people that are customers for over 3 years and they just like it because it offers them credit protection. They've already got things disputed, but now if anything did pop on there, they're able to see it and immediately dispute it right away. And it has the identity theft protection in there as well, so they love that. But just imagine 5 customers. Remember, $500, but you're also earning $150 per month. What bill can you take care of with 150 bucks, right? Somebody's cell phone bill, somebody's insurance, right? You have residual bills that come every month. You need residual income to match it, and that's how you start to retire early. Retirement is not an age. Retirement is when your passive income meets or exceeds your expenses. That's it. Retirement is not an age. So 25 customers, that's $2,500 upfront, $750 per month. Now you're making that Benz payment. All right. Just because you got 25 customers, 50 customers, $1,500 a month. 100 customers, don't mess around with 100 customers, end up making $3,000 per month just off the residual here alone. But did you miss the upfront bonuses too? That's $10,000 upfront. See, some people are already exposed to like hundreds of people every year that need this. Now you have a solution, and now you can make an extra income on the side. All right. So it's really important because this right here becomes the seed, right? The seed to freedom. Because remember, we're saying, look, AI is replacing jobs. What if you can have a customer come in and now that adds to your long-term income? Even if they only stay for 6 months, that's 6 months where you're earning a residual. Even if they stay for a year, that's 1 year where you're earning a residual every month that you don't got to worry about replacing that money. Okay. Now, when we look at the debt help, you're earning 1% of the total debt enrolled. Average person comes to us with $25,000 in debt. That means you're earning 250 bucks on average per person. Business credit, $500. Everybody that says yes to that $50,000 guarantee. All right. So the $50,000 guarantee means we're going to keep working with them until they get 50,000 for their business in their business name. That means you can put your face on this and say, look, my people are going to work with you and your people until you get paid. So you don't have to worry about making a promise and then them coming back to you and saying, well, look, don't go to this person because they just be saying stuff. Nah, we put our money where our mouth is. All right. And I love a business like that because I'm not afraid to share this with other people, especially people I really value and really care about. Think about the pastors, think about the business owners, think about your parents and your family, your aunties and uncle. You don't want to put them in something that's going to scam them, right? You want to put them in people that you trust. And that's exactly what this business is. So now I'll get into the final commissions here and I'll let y'all go. But imagine earning up to $20,000 just because you helped a business close a $500,000 loan. People are getting paid this all the time. Even outside of Novae, there's people closing these deals and getting paid. But now with Novae, you get to be in on that action. It doesn't even have to be one loan. What if it's just two $250,000 loans and you got paid $20,000? That's windfall money. Some people don't make that in an entire year. And you made that just by making a connection. So you just put it on social media. You're like, hey, business owners needing funding, report to my inbox immediately. They come to your inbox. They're like, hey, I need funding. What do I need to do? Well, let's set you up with a free consultation. All you're doing is getting me on the line. You don't have to do any of the consultations. I do them for you. And it's really just me asking them 4 questions, seeing what they qualify for. If they don't qualify, maybe they have bad credit or something like that. Guess what? We've got credit solutions. So you didn't get the business funding, no. But we set them up for the credit help, and now you earn $100 up front and you're earning $30 a month. That's not a bad deal. And now they're going to tell all their business people. And so now you got more people coming to you by way of word of mouth. Tax preparation, white label program. We have so many different ways to make money, especially during tax season. Usually, all of my team people, y'all are cashing out at least $1,000 a month, at least. Because people come to you for a free tax consultation. That's $100 to $150 per person that you got signed up for a free tax consultation. Most of them go on to actually get the taxes filed, and you just made commission. Now check this. Next year, they still need their taxes filed, don't they? We reach out to them for you. And when they go ahead and get the taxes filed, you get another commission. Now that is a form of residual income as well. That's money every year, every tax season. You should be growing that. This year you made 1,000. Next year, double that. Now you made 2,000. That's 1,000 from the people you already had, and 1,000 from the new people that you had. And then the next year, that's $3,000 check. Next year, it's a $4,000 check. All you're doing is adding 10 more people every time to the hopper. Now you start to see how it's not actually that difficult to build wealth. You just need a big enough net. My God, this is this is so good. I'm about to sign up myself. I'm about to sign up again. Affiliate Pro. So listen, when you help other people do what you do and see the light, like, look, I need to be in business with y'all. You're gonna earn $100 to $600, but this isn't one of the things where you get paid to refer affiliates and get paid to sign up business owners. We don't get paid. You actually don't get anything to sign up a business owner into this business. Okay, that's what separates us from a pyramid. Because you see it all the time. Well, this is one of them pyramid schemes or pyramid things. Nah, we cut that link out because we've been able to establish that this right here, if we just say instead of you earning a few dollars just from signing people up, you actually have to make some sales now. So now because it's tied to customer income, we separate ourselves from those scammy, unsustainable business models where there's no customer sales involved. And that's what I love about this. You got to be able to tell people, like, look, this company's legit, legit. All right. And guess what? We still have a completely separate residual bonus that you can get. Check this out. So just by helping 3 affiliates get 2 customers and helping them do the same, right? Because all we're teaching is duplication. You're gonna earn $300 for the first three affiliates that came in and got their 2 customers. Remember, that's $100, but you also unlock a $50 residual bonus. This this isn't even tied to the credit sale. Remember, you're making $30 residual every month on that. This is a completely separate residual bonus that hits on the 15th of every month. So now you just made $350. 3 affiliates, 2 customers. That's it. Now, what happens the next month is those 3 affiliates, they're going to do the same thing. They're like, look, that was too easy. Let me see if I can do what you did. All right. Let me get 3 affiliates. Let me help them get 2 customers. But you, guess what you make? $1,400. And you unlock $250 in residual. You didn't even do any work on the second month. Your affiliates did the work, but because you started the chain, because you made the impact, you started the ripple, you get paid for that. This is how we should be getting paid anyway. If you start somebody up at your job and you refer them, say, hey, come work with us, and they turn out to be a good worker and they're starting to be really productive, you should get paid for that. You're a talent scout. You should get paid for bringing in good work, especially when they start to grow past you. You're like, wait, I brought you in and now you're my manager. Hold on, what happened? See, I'm gonna tell the boss about what you said back in 5th grade and see how you like that, you know? So it's like with this business, we're incentivized to help you make money because the more money we help you make, the more money we make. Catch that. There's no other opportunity out there where you help somebody make money and that helps you make money. Most of the time, it takes away from you when you help other people make money. It shouldn't be like that. We should be unified. And business like this brings us together versus what corporations do, which is divides us. But if it goes down the line, of course, numbers are hypothetical, of course, but just imagine making 10% of this, even half of this. All right. It's possible. You just have to get the net. All right. I'm gonna equip y'all in just a second how to get the net. So we also help you with a car bonus. Like you saw Matrice says, she gets a car allowance every month. Single mama getting a car allowance. Come on, man. We're really changing the game here. But we also show you bites that we give you bite-sized pieces to help you learn. So you don't have to be an expert. to get started. All right. We have our incomplete training system, but you also get to have fun. I love the fun part. I can tell you, we're just on the yacht party. We were just in Miami. We're just on a cruise. Guess what? We're going to DR, Dominican Republic next year. We're going to Puerto Rico next year. Okay. So these are things that we get to go and travel and do things with. And you get to be around people that you actually like. You know, that's what I like about it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to help y'all get wrapped up here, get y'all back to the evening. All right. There is a cost to be the boss here. So affiliate basic, if you just want to get your feet wet, you just want to get in where you can. This is our lower package here is $199 and then $49 per month. It doesn't come with any of the products or services. It does come with the member discounts on some of the Novae products that we have, so you don't have to pay full price. But also cash back on travel and shopping. We have an exclusive portal where you get to save at over 10,000 different stores. So it's a really great portal. You get cash back. You get your own novamoney.com website. You get ongoing financial education from 6 and 7 figure earners. The millionaire himself, Mr. Rico McCambry, comes in and he teaches financial literacy, business minded sales talk. He calls it CEO talks. You get all of that. You get the Novae Learn live training as well, marketing tools, business credit training, which is huge. A lot of people want to get in for that business credit training piece, and you get payout up to $3,000 per customer. But most importantly, you get to join the family. As you can see here, we have events all across the nation. You get to join that. And sometimes people just need to be surrounded with positivity, and that's what you get here. But if you really want to maximize a compensation plan, you want to go pro. All right, so all my pros put go pro in the comment section because you know that's really where it's at. You get the credit software, y'all. It's already a $200 value. You're getting that included with the pro membership. You get the team building aspect of it as well, and much more for only $349 and then $99 per month. You're going to get all everything you see in the basic, plus the credit monitoring, plus the credit software. So you're going to start being able to dispute those negative items using the AI software. All right. Plus, you're going to get paid up to $3,000 per customer, up to $600 per qualified affiliate. Team overrides as well. So as your team produces, you'll be able to get a piece of that. Rank-based monthly residual income based on your team, whatever you and your team are producing, you're going to get paid a residual check the following 15th. And the luxury car mortgage program, you get qualified for that as well, for that $349, then $99 per month. But remember, with just 5 people, listen, not only do you break even, because remember, you're getting paid $500 per credit customer. Bring in 5 people. You just paid yourself back for joining the business and made a profit, and you don't have to pay the 99 month fee. This is what I want you focused on. If you come in here and you actually focus on serving and you focus on helping people that need it the most, focus on helping move people out of poverty mindset into an abundance, into a wealth mindset because they deserve it, then you're going to get your 5. Even if you don't get it in your first month, maybe it'll take you 2 months, maybe it'll take you 3 months. But guess what? Once you have it, you're going to be in profit. This is a business decision now. Who you going to bet on? You going to bet on yourself? You bet on your employer when they hired you. Why won't you bet on yourself? This is less than the cost of price of J's, less than the cost of a night on the town, the VIP lounge, right? You got to be able to think about this. This is putting money back into your pocket, whereas these other things are just taking money out. They're taking away from your legacy. This is helping you build that legacy. Plus, it's going to help you build your credit. Help 5 people, and now it's free. It's also a tax write-off. Okay. So at the end of the year, everything that you spend on your business, including the startup fee, is a tax write-off. You don't pay taxes on it, which lowers your taxable income, lowers your tax bracket. All right. It's going to put you in a more favorable tax situation. You also get to write off a portion of your phone bill now because you're in business, your mileage. I got an app on my phone. It tracks my mileage. I write off 60 cents per mile. When I go home, visit the in-laws, visit my mom. When I'm traveling, when we went to Miami, It's a write-off. Your lifestyle is, hey, you can't tax that because I spent it while working my business. So I don't have to pay taxes on that money. It's smarter. It's a smarter way. There's only two tax codes in the United States. It's only two. Don't get it confused. One for the employee and one for the employer. If you own a business, the IRS considers you an employer. Okay? So you got to get on this side of the tax fence. This is how you start to build wealth. And the icing on the cake, y'all, a portion of the proceeds goes to help those in need. We're serving um underserved communities nationwide. We're helping with back to school drives. We're volunteering at senior centers. All right. We're helping the elderly. We're helping the children. We're helping youth. And a portion of your proceeds goes to help that. All right. So that's really makes you feel good. You're doing good while doing good. Now, there's only three types of people that are still on here. Listen, we ain't lose anybody because I know that the people that we have are so influential and so impactful, man, that they decided to bring someone like you on tonight because you deserved and you needed to hear this message. And so I thank you for staying the whole time and listening and actually tuning out the distractions of the world and focusing on your legacy for one moment in your life. Okay? Thank you for obeying that thing inside of you that said get on here. Listen. Even if you don't join, you now are a part of something. You're a part of our mission, whether you like it or not, because now you know something that other people don't know about. Okay. So number one says, look, I'm ready to get started. If you're a number one, put one in the comment section. If you're ready to get started with one of the services, if you want to become an affiliate with us, or you're ready to get started on both, put a one. Stand up for yourself today. You don't have to get started right now, but make the decision like, you know what? I am going to get started soon. Okay, put a one in the comment section. If you're like, you know what, I want to get started, right? But I got a few questions because that was me. Go ahead and put a number two, and let's get your questions answered. We got it for you. I trust me. We spent the last 10 years blood, sweat, and tears, bumping our heads, trying to iron this out and make this one of the best opportunities for people to elevate. So we ain't got to worry about the AI. We don't got to worry about the boss. We ain't got to worry about losing this and losing the house and losing the car. We ain't got to worry about that because we got residual income coming in. We ain't got to worry about never leaving our zip code, never leaving our city, never building a legacy for ourselves. We don't got to worry about that. We've been hammering this out to make it easy for y'all. When I joined, this company was nothing like it is now. We didn't have the fintech tools, we didn't have the software, we didn't have the support, we didn't have a home office. And now, listen, y'all, we're about to have a major, major upgrade that's going to take this company to 1 billion. Like, you don't understand. The next 4 months, you won't even recognize the company that we're telling you right now, but you got to get in before the wave really hits. So get your questions answered, all right? Or you might be a number three that's like, you know what? Thank you for getting me on here. Not my cup of tea, but give me something I can share because I feel the ambition, I feel the drive, I feel the passion. You know, Jerry was yelling at us for a little bit, and I love that. I'm willing to share this with my audience because I know that it's needed. If you're number three, just put number three. And we'll give you a small little social media thing you can put out there and tag the person that got you on. And that way you're not a hater, right? You're like, look, I didn't join, but I'm not gonna block I'm not gonna block your mission. All right, let's go ahead and share this out because people really do need this. I needed to hear this. Okay. And if you could be the person that I looked at on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, if you were the person that shared this and it led me to where I am right now, I'd be thankful to you. Okay? So do that, and everybody that tapped in, you're gonna get a free vacation voucher. Just tapping with the person that got you one. So one out of 50 different destinations, y'all. Okay? So you're gonna be able to travel. All right. We're going to pay for your hotel. Just ask for the certificate. We're going to get that right on over to you as a thank you just for being on here. So all you got to do is text one, two, or three to your inviter right now. And I just want to be the first to welcome you to Novae and the financial future that you truly, truly deserve, y'all. You see us here all across the country. Some more people, beautiful people, beautiful company. All right. Come join us. We'll be right here for you. And man, I'm looking at the comment section. I see some GoPros. Um, Malcolm says, two, let's get your questions answered. Okay, Trevon says go pro. That's it. I love it. All right, y'all, I'll go ahead and let y'all go. Have a great night. We'll be following up with you shortly. Take care. We'll see you on the inside.